Yeah, so we're going to crack on with a little bit that always seems to become a lot more when it comes to these cunts, these Canaanite cunts. Let's crack on.
For stock, which is time sensitive.
So is the entire economy.
They're time sensitive, by the way. That's why they're consistently obsessed with mentioning it. Time is chronological, okay? And that's their logic as well. It resides with time. They believe in the reincarnation cycle, the Ouroboros, okay? Saturn, Satan. Would I tell you about roads, train tunnels, hallways, okay? Ladders, stairways. It's their way of communicating levels and degrees, alright? It's the triangle. Do you understand? And look, they've got a nice big fucking obelisk at the end, which has always been signified as Satan's phallus. Not to mention the Freemasonic bricks all the way up.
The longer the lockdown goes on, the greater the economy.
Yeah, this is what I mean by truth in plain sight, okay? Not being able to see the wood for the trees. I didn't notice that the first time, okay? I just had a quick run through, always do, usually, when it comes to these files. I didn't see that. Did you see that? This is of high significance, okay? Treat mum in style. And what colour is it? The font is in green for the heart chakra. So what they're saying, what they're telling, and what they are showing is that they are treating their mother with the gift of feeding on the fucking heart chakra. Us. You and I. That's what that is. There's no need to get it not only in the picture, but to get it in the cube.
Goes on.
No need. Just move the camera up to this bit. Maybe even further.
The greater the economy.
Oh, they're so wretched, aren't they? So ghoulish and ghastly.
Venues. Right now, it is the scene of an unfolding economic
See the Bale
disaster.
Arch
Today is the first
as
time
well?
that statistics have caught up with what is blindingly obvious.
Wow. Oh, okay. So he says that we've caught up. It's a message that they're mocking us, okay? Saying we've caught up like a car catches up, yeah? We've caught up.
First time that statistics have caught up with what is blindingly obvious.
And then says blindingly obvious and looks at the fucking bus, which is red and black, okay, for the sacrifice to death. Okay, the loosh feeding.
And remember, these numbers only capture 2 weeks of the lockdown period.
To the mother. That's what that is. One more time. And the cycles, always. The bicycle, okay? So the duality, male and female, iron and clay, steel and flesh. The bicycle, okay? The scythe, the grim reaper, Saturn, Satan, watch.
It's the scene of an unfolding economic disaster. Today is the first time that statistics have caught up with what is blindingly obvious to see.
Do you understand now how they're fucking laughing at you? They're laughing at me. They're sacrificing us. We're the red. The sacrifice, the blood. They're sacrificing us to the ring, the stripe, death. Okay? And we're blinded by it. It's so obvious, but we are blinded by it. That's what that's all about. They're trying to get us back into this fucker. The Ouroboros, the cycle. Okay? Well, it is, brothers and sisters. I wish it wasn't. How many of you also noticed that they made sure to get gap here on the right side of the street? Okay, the gap with the gap between. You know why? Because they're telling you that something is missing. Okay, we're not seeing this shit for what it is, and we need to start to. They have to tell you this. It helps their karma. Okay, as I always say, it gets them off the hook, and that hook is the scythe.
Remember, these numbers only capture 2 weeks of the lockdown period, just a foretaste of the grim news ahead.
The what? Sorry, mate. The Grim? What did I tell you about the Grim Reaper? They worship this shit, okay? That's why their vocabulary will always mirror their lifestyle. Grim. Was that necessary to say that word? It's not the first time either to the ones that have not watched any more previous files that I've done. They always use it. They love it.
So it was for the lockdown to see. And remember, these numbers only capture 2 weeks of the lockdown period, just a foretaste of the grim news ahead.
Okay, 2 weeks and then the foretaste. Again, a word that was not needed. So what he's telling you is, again, 2 and 4. That's 6. Number of the soul of man, the omnipotent. You understand? And that's why it says grim after. It's a shout out. It's paying homage to that fuck Satan. Satan.
So it heaps further pressure on the government to supply even more assistance to struggling businesses.